Hey, what's going on? 2cwik4u coming to you with my next video. Finally, the beginning of my build. Alright, the tags and boxes you see out in front of you, this is basically just to put the transmission together. Just the transmission. I'm not going to go over every tag. In the description will be the tag with the part number. But this is everything needed, except I couldn't find the tag for, I had to buy the slipper rebuild kit. The clutch rebuild kit, just so I can get the slipper, not the pad, but the whatever that's called. You know what I'm talking about. You just seen it. Yeah. And then another thing is, for instance, this is the transmission gear halves in gray, the plastic, of course, Traxxas stock. Had to buy that just for the idler post. Yeah, so, and then you'll see some tags are doubled up. That's, for instance, I started with a 30 tooth pinion off the X01, then I actually went, I'm sorry, I started with, this is the Traxxas idler gear, and then I ended up swapping it out for the Robinson Racing. But I did, what I was saying was, for instance, right here again, 34 tooth pinion, I swapped it out for the 28. All this will be in the description. So let me go ahead and get to the build. Let me get all this stuff cleared out of the way and get to starting. Alright, see you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to start off by dabbing 1 drop of oil on each of my bearings that I'm going to be putting in my transmission. I'm going to be needing 2 on this half, 2 on this half, and 2 inside the idler gear, so a total of 6 bearings. I'm going to pull those out. Then I'll be using synthetic bearing oil. I'll be adding 1 drop to the top of each of these and letting it soak in. While we're waiting for those to soak in, I'll go ahead and start building my differential, my sealed diff. So I'm going to throw the posts in. Alright, let me get back to you when this is all put together. Okay, I got this half of the diff put together. I'm going to go ahead and fill it with, I have this upside down. As you can see, 500,000 weight diff fluid. Let me get back to you. Alright, now we're back. Now let's go ahead and pop the bearings in now that they're oiled up. Now for Teflon washer. There you go. Idler post with the Teflon washer. Up 2 more bearings into my idler gear. Goes onto the idler post. Another Teflon washer on top of the idler gear. Another Teflon washer on top of the lay-down post. Let's go ahead and put the differential in. Alright. I just use Traxxas white lithium. Alright, now that we're back and we're all greased up, let's go ahead and put the 2 halves together. And then secure it with 6 screws. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, now that the transmission's put together, I can't put this on until I attach it to the chassis. So let's go ahead and put the pinion on, the spur on. There it is. Spur is now on. Alright, let me get the next step out. I'll get right back to you. Alright, in this part of the segment, I'm going to be using the FLM chassis, T-bone rear bumper, and the micro sport wheels, which are already attached to the rear bumper. So let me go ahead and start attaching the transmission to the chassis with the bumper to start with. And let me get back to you when I get that attached. Alright, got the motor and wheelie bar attached. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the shock tower. I'll get right back to you. Alright, for the next part of this build, as you can see, I got the rear tower on. I'm going to be going and put the rear arms on. The links, the shocks filled with my 100-weight shock oil, my traxxas high velocity drive lines, 17mm adapters with the FLM bearing carriers, and once again with the Acer bearings. So let me go ahead and get this started. Then get back to you once I get the arms put on. Alright, I went ahead and got the arms on, as you can see there. This arm's a little stiff, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. Alright, let me go ahead and get the carriers on and go from there. Alright, as you can see, I got the rear casters on. Like I said, this arm's a little tight, but I'm sure with the tension of these springs it shouldn't be a problem, and then the weight of this truck. Alright, well, now I'm going to go ahead and, as you see, I got the drive lines on as well. Went ahead and did that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put the links on and the shocks. Alright, I'll get right back to you. Alright, so that's going to about do it for today's build. As you can see, I got the rear end pretty much together. Real happy with how it's together. Arms feel good, even the one that was tight feels good. So the next video will be my front end. So stay tuned and hope you enjoyed. Alright, talk to you guys later. Peace.